The tide of the homeless rises fast throughout Europe. Here living in barracks are men who no longer are fathers and husbands, and other men still paying the price of battle. And here living in barracks, the women who no longer are wives and mothers. These are representative types, a cross-section of 250,000 whose lives are running out in this pattern of misery. The picture touches only one section of one conquered country. Here, too, are those who can't expect to walk again. They may live 1 year, perhaps 10 years, but only as invalids. Tens of thousands of the 250,000 now burdening France alone are the residue of the tragic exodus from Barcelona in 1938. They were fleeing then from the conqueror Franco, their children with them. Not all reached the safety of the French frontier. 3 years ago, the burden fell wholly upon the French. Today, defeated, the French still carry the burden. And more arrive daily, delivered to the camps by the order of the German Gestapo. People who fled from the Low Countries, seeking safety in southern France and finding only complete poverty. Jews who fled wildly, hopelessly, finding now their only haven in the vast French concentration camps. Their counterparts are drifting throughout the whole of Europe. How many millions there are in how many camps is known only in the secret records of the Gestapo. Only they know how many drops in Europe's vast tidal wave of despair.
Very different.
Pictorial evidence of unprecedented crimes perpetrated by the Nazis at the Buchenwald concentration camp. The story in written form is contained in the official report of the Prisoner of War and Displaced Persons Division of the United States Group Control Council, which has been forwarded from Supreme Allied Headquarters to the War Department in Washington. It states that 1,000 boys under 14 years of age are included among the 20,000 still alive at the camp, that the survivors are males only, and that the recent death rate was about 200 a day. Nationalities and prison numbers are tattooed on the stomachs of the inmates. The report lists the surviving inmates as representing every European nationality. It says the camp was founded when the Nazi Party first came into power in 1933 and has been in continuous operation ever since, although its largest populations date from the beginning of the present war. One estimate put the camp's normal complement at 80,000. In the official report, the Buchenwald camp is termed an extermination factory. The means of extermination? Starvation complicated by hard work, abuse, beatings, and tortures, incredibly crowded sleeping conditions, and sicknesses of all types. By these means, the report continues, many tens of thousands of the best leadership personnel of Europe have been exterminated. Bodies stacked one upon the other were found outside the crematory. The Nazis maintained a building at the camp for medical experiments and vivisections with prisoners as guinea pigs. Medical scientists came from Berlin periodically to reinforce the experimental staff. In particular, new toxins and antitoxins were tried out on prisoners. Few who entered the experimental buildings ever emerged alive. One of the weapons used by SS guards. The body disposal plant. Inside are the ovens which gave the crematorium a maximum disposal capacity of about 400 bodies per 10-hour day. Gold-filled teeth were extracted from bodies before incineration. The ovens, of extremely modern design and heated by coke, were made by a concern which customarily manufactures baking ovens. The firm's name is clearly inscribed. All bodies were finally reduced to bone ash. Labor camp at Nordhausen, liberated by the 3rd Armored Division, 1st Army. At least 3,000 political prisoners died here at the brutal hands of SS troops and pardoned German criminals who were the camp guards. Nordhausen had been a depository for slaves found unfit for work in the underground V-bomb plants and in other German camps and factories. American medical crews find 2,000 still alive at the camp. They are discovered inside filthy barracks where the survival and death were contingent on how long human existence was possible on the daily ration of potato peels, one slice of bread, and an occasional bowl of a liquid that was supposedly soup. The dead quickly outnumbered the living. Amid the corpses are human skeletons too weak to move. Men of our medical battalions worked 2 days and nights binding wounds and giving medications. But for advanced cases of starvation and tuberculosis, there were often no cures. The survivors are shown being evacuated for treatment in Allied hospitals.